After watching a few of the TED Talk videos, the speaker I chose was a guy named Clay Shirky. And the main thesis of his speech was on how the internet will one day transform the government with new forms of arguing. I feel like he started off by capturing the audience's attention by starting off with a story of a little girl named Martha Payne who started a blog about her school lunch. He went on to tell a story about how the blog began to gain a lot of followers and a lot of attention. So eventually the school made her shut the blog down because it went against school policy. Well, that didn't sit too well with her followers, so her followers began to write notes to the school and send letters to the school asking the school, how can you censor a 9-year-old girl? So the school eventually changed their policy. I feel like during the story and throughout the presentation, the speaker or the presenter, he kept the audience engaged by making small jokes and off-topic comments about the pictures he was displaying throughout his speech. I feel the speaker followed the third commandment in Ted's 10 Commandments, which states, make the complex plain, best because he would show pictures and charts that look really confusing, but he would make them so simple because he would really just explain them in a simple and understanding manner. He also used the commandment, thou shalt remember all the while, laughter is good. I feel like he used that because he integrated humor throughout the presentation. The speaker started off with engaging the audience's attention with stories and facts on the past and how many products and tools were created for good, but often used for bad. He then spoke on the current times and how we use the internet for everything and how everything on the internet can really lead into an argument. He went on to use computer programmers as an example to explain the way he thinks the internet will eventually change the government, and he feel like the internet will really change the government and make things simpler, and how really different things would be if they did. I believe the speaker's star moment came whenever he used his seemingly off-topic humor and pictures to keep the audience interested and focused on the topics and facts without boring them to death. I think he had a good balance of humor and facts. Humor is a good way to keep the audience's attention and keep them drawn in, and I feel like it's one of the most effective. I could tell the speaker was well prepared for his speech, and his introductory story had the punch that really grabbed the audience's attention. Then he led right into his statistics. He showed the presence that we learned about in the Gar Reynolds delivery workshop by staying visible to everyone while walking around and not just standing still like a robot. The main thing I found useful from my TED's 10 Commandments, from my TED's talk that I feel that I can use in my future presentations will probably be to always follow Nancy Duarte's Sparks structure to my speech and presentation. I will also show visuals to let the audience have clear understanding about my speech or presentation without just drowning them in the facts.